So I spent a bit of time on these XT 4-pot brakes. So front and back on this Orbea Rallon. Got the quad piston or 4-pot, whatever you want to call them. And I'm running codes. I've run guides heaps. Dabbled a little bit with the Shimano's, but never owned a pair, or haven't owned a pair for probably 6 years now. And these are really, really good brakes. So a lot of people say that there's, Shimano versus SRAM is, SRAM's really good modulation, lacks a little bit of power versus the Shimano, but Shimano's top power, but it's on or off. These brakes are definitely not that at all. They're not on or off. They've got wicked modulation. They've got really good lever feel. So I don't really like the way that they mount up. I think the mounting could be a little bit more crossover friendly. So mounting it, I mentioned in the Rallon first impressions video that it doesn't mate well with the SRAM shifter. Maybe there's I'm pretty sure there's a matchmaker kind of thing that you can get that mate them up a little bit better. But the position ended up being not too bad with that, where the gears are. Didn't struggle really to get to the gears. So it was bearable, it was cool. But the highlight, the power, they're quiet, they're silent. I didn't really ride in any rain, so I don't know if they were going to make noise anyway. But quiet, reliable, heaps of modulation that's not on or off at all. It's not even close to on or off. The modulation, it comes on exactly like the guides, exactly like the codes. But the more you pull, the more power it gives you. And it really gives you some power at the end. So if you want a heap, you just grab a heap. And they're quite impressive. I really like these XT brakes. I like the lever. I feel with the lever that I'm quite secure on the end of that lever. I'm not really going to slide off the end, so it hooks around. You can see there, it hooks around quite nicely where your finger goes. It's got these dimples, which are pretty cool. If you really wanted to go crazy, you could stick some grip tape on there, but they feel good. They've got the free stroke adjustment in here, so you got a bit of free stroke. So tool, you gotta use a little star bit, Phillips head screwdriver. Obviously reach adjustment. It's got the the Ice Tech pads in there with the fins, keeping the things cool. Just got standard Shimano rotors, so they're not the XT Ice Techs. So room for quite a big improvement again. So these standard Shimano discs are really not that great, but even with them, plenty of power. So when I put my back wheel on this and ran the 27.5 at the back, I had my Avid rotor on the back. So it's just a Centerline Avid rotor 180, same, and that had a heap of power too. It made the back brake feel, ever so slightly better. So I'd say the Centerline rotor is better than this standard Shimano rotor, but most certainly not on the same level as the Shimano XT Ice Tech rotor. And this rotor's a little thinner as well. This Shimano rotor's a little thinner than what my Avid was. Again, not that helps too much, but you can see it's quite a thin rotor. I reckon my Avid would have been a 0.2 of a mil maybe. I don't know what the exact thickness is, but it was definitely a little bit thicker. It definitely took up a little bit more space in there and made for a little bit further out on the lever on that free stroke. So XT 4-pots, cheap, reliable, heaps of power. XT rotors, heaps good upgrade for any brakes you've got. If you've got Avids, SRAMs, whatever, XT Ice Tech rotors are an excellent rotor. I know that. I've felt them on different bikes. Played around a little bit, but I'm going to buy some for my bike and do an actual comparison and an actual test against the Centerlines eventually. But these XT 4-pots are the business. So if you're in the market for some new brakes and you don't want to remortgage the house to get some top of the line stuff, just get these 4-pots. They're killer. Even if you just get the calipers and hook them up to the levers that you've already got, if you're running Shimano SLXs or something, it shouldn't be an issue. So big ups to the Shimano XT 4-pots.